Atwoli.
Yes, Team Mokoa, the informer and Team Cyprian, karibuni sana na tunasema asante sana for the support yenye mnatupatia. Without you hatungekuwa tumefika hapa, lakini kwa vile mnatupenda nasi tunasema tunawapenda sana. So today I'm with Mokoa here. I just want us to discuss about Atwoli.
Atwoli Francis.
Kotu words.
Kotu Secretary General.
Yes. So yesterday tumeona pale airport akiambia wafanyikazi kwamba wasiweze kuendelea na strike. Officially later ilikuwa called off. But bado nafikiria kwamba ama na feel like there is something yenye tumeweza kufichwa na after baadaye leo hii pia tumeweza kusikia rumors kwamba kuna possibility Ruto ameinua ndege 6. Strike imekuwa called off all of a sudden. Bado hayo mambo hawajatuwekea wasi hapa kwa mtandao ama public tuweze kuielewa. So I don't know, according to you, what can you say about Francis Atwoli?
Francis Atwoli, first of all, he has been a Secretary General for quite some time. I think he's the employee who has been working ever since I was born. I just see Francis Atwoli speaking on behalf of the workers.
Yes.
And Francis Atwoli, as we speak right now, is one of the oldest serving leaders in this country. He's very old, and I feel personally, as we speak, he should be a retired gentleman who has gone home completely. I probably think he has a son who is almost 60 years old, who should have as well retired. But now Francis Atwoli is working until this point. That means there's a problem. Now, basically, checking on what he does, Francis Atwoli is now completely a government puppet. He does not speak on behalf of the workers. Because we have workers who are suffering across the country. They lack what they need as workers. Now, do you think Francis Atwoli could have come out when a strike has occurred? He could have, if he was really representing the workers of the country. He could have come out before the strike itself started. He could have come out when he had the workers of the airport presenting or maybe saying something to do with not understanding. He could have gone to the government direct even before the workers of the airport realized and asked them, you guys who brought in Adani, what is there for the workers that are working in the airport? But now Atwoli, he sat down with William Ruto somewhere, they agreed, he simply went and sabotaged the strike to ensure at least they have gotten what? An audience and end the strike. Basically to simply paint William Ruto's name to be positive because the airport shows a lot about the country. So basically his appearance at the airport, it was completely meaningless to the workers of the airport, but meaningful to the government because the strike was called off, congestion has gone down, and now conversation and other deals are going on, isn't it? So basically I want to tell the workers of this country, do not trust Francis Atwoli because that guy only does what benefits him. He's one person who went around the country telling us how Ruto is not fit to lead this country.
Very true.
But it's the same person who came out to tell us how smart William Ruto is. And he speaks this, he does that so long as he benefits. Francis Atwoli, as we speak right now, there's no one who lives an expensive life like him. No one. In this country, in Western, is rated as among actually the richest in Western Kenya. This gentleman has houses in Kilifi, in Kajiado, big houses in Lavington, all over the country, posh areas. While the workers that he's representing are suffering. If you get one worker relief from the government, you ask, what are you going through? It will be terrible. I did one time a video on my channel, that is Morara Kebaso, and I talked about Francis Atwoli. Not even actually, it was on TikTok. Then one of the people said that what they go through in their places of work, it's terrible. But they don't have someone to cry for because Atwoli is never in Kenya. You had in the airport, he said he was somewhere some days ago. Most of the time he's never in Kenya. And he still wants to be in that position. Then I went back and asked myself, how did he find himself there with that age? He keeps on saying that the people of the working union, the workers have refused him not to go home. Where did that happen? Right now, as we speak, the same way I said Raila Amolo Odinga's age has come to an end in terms of working. Right now, he should be a person who has gone home to retire, graze his cows, and enjoy himself, drink milk, and wait for some other things to happen in life. The same thing should happen to Francis Atwoli. Go back to Western, or maybe go to Kajiado, or maybe Kilifi, or whichever the home he wants to be in. Sit down and take care of his grandchildren. This gentleman, at least from there he shall have created space so that you can have young and youthful leaders in the country who can be able to converge, who can be able to conform with the current changes in the technology, changes in the ways things are happening in various workplaces. At least someone who is also available for the people so that they can present their issues in this country. Francis Atwoli has his offices in Switzerland, in New York, I don't know, in Addis Ababa, but he does not have an office here in Peace. He only has in Nairobi, and he's never there. So therefore, you can't even find this gentleman to go and present to him grievances that are affecting the country or the workers of this country. If you check the team that's working around him, all the guys only, most of them, but of course Atwoli is the oldest. He should leave office, in short, so that we can have new people coming in. Now look at this. This is one guy who does not care what can experience, so long as their businesses, the rich people, are protected. If you look at him, he said on Jeff Koinange Live, he wears a shirt that comes from where? US. He has some coming from Switzerland. Actually, his whole dressing is not from Kenya. Is this the person who knows even a worker who makes clothes, what is going through? No. He's not even aware of what you are going through right now. He only sees most of the things on strikes. And then he comes to react, simply to just sabotage and ensure the government has gotten space that it wanted. Right now, anajipiga kifua anasema, nyamazisha. But honestly, workers are suffering in this country. We don't need that to be at level with Atwoli being in office. It shouldn't be happening that the workers have to strike for them to be heard. Yes, you have leaders who are supposed to listen to your grievances and present them to the government. But because Atwoli is not available, now you find leaders have to go to the street. Workers have to down their trees and go to the streets. Some of them get sacked even because of demonstrating. Yet you have workers who are you have leaders who are supposed to be presenting these issues to the relevant authorities. When the president brings their dime to the airport, one of the people who should be as the stakeholders there in the meeting should be Francis Atwoli. Where was he when the president was doing all this? What did he tell the president about the working people in the airports? What did he tell them? Did he even listen to, did he even take time to understand what the people of the airport are experiencing? No, he didn't. Because, as we speak right now, he said it on media, that they have asked for the papers to show what the Adani people have. Which means it was when he was developing interest. There's no clue. It is when he was developing interest to even know what are these people doing, what demonstrating for. To be honest, we are lost as a country, and that some of these people whom we have there are conmen, they should leave office. They should leave office. And one thing I want to say is this. When you saw Atwoli join William Ruto, the person who followed next, a big person, is Raila Amolo Odinga. I get this. Actually, Raila Amolo Odinga joined Ruto a long time ago. Demonstrations were simply to create a certain environment of chaos, pretend to be having a conversation,
to blackmail
her, and then now get to the government. Raila will always does that. He will come from where you after failing, come back to Kenya, organize some simple thing, rebrand himself, start doing some stuff, again to brand himself as an opposition from nowhere. That's simply made to sabotage other people. So when I saw Atwoli as joined government, the closest person of Raila, someone who funded Raila's campaign, probably in Western, even some parts of this country, because Atwoli could openly speak in rallies. Raila Amolo Odinga, you could openly be given a mic, speak to people. That means that I knew very well Raila has already joined the government. I got this.
Yes.
He has already joined the government, so they are doing things. Right now, if you see, Atwoli is enjoying himself. Yeah. He's okay. He's okay.
Nakula vinono.
Raila is okay. I get this. The workers and the common man, those who are not working, all suffering. While these guys are doing what? Enjoying. So I want to pass a simple message to the youths of this country. To those people who believe they're strong enough. You know, actually, first of all, I thought the moment Moses Kura was left out of government, he would even be coming now, preparing to become the court secretary general. But he also got blackmailed, I don't know, maybe what bought and joined the government as well. Right now he's quiet. Even the Mlima, you can see the Mlima is now quiet as well. So in short, I thought that youths of this country, we need to have people who are eloquent, people to come out and contest for these positions. When I posted this thing somewhere on social media, someone was saying that people never talk about this position because you can get killed. You know, it's a very dangerous position. You can't talk about it. Nobody can vie for this seat. We want to see youths coming out to vie, actually to rig elections, and ensure that he has put himself there. But why should this happen? Someone is rich enough to marry another wife. You can even marry next year if he wants. While the workers they are representing cannot even take care of one wife, cannot even give good life to one wife. It is very stressful. We need a change in this country, and this is the area that Kenya should look at immediate as possible. Yes.
As we wind up, we saw Morara amesema kwamba President Ruto kuna possibility amenunua ndege 6 ambazo zitaanza kufanya soon kazi. What's your take?
Money that has been stolen from Kenyans, be it the housing levy, be it the taxes the VAT we pay, be it the issue to do with fuel. You remember the 16 billion amount, actually 17 billion amount of fuel of that levy that got lost. You know, the amount of money of Kenyans that have been stolen, starting from the Eurobond, the loans that were taken and misused, coming to Morara, you can buy those aeroplanes. Not even just 6, you can buy more. Alright? So basically, I don't doubt Morara that much. Perhaps he might be having the information, but I want to say simply that William Ruto is of that caliber. He does not care what Kenyans are experiencing. He can buy aeroplanes and bring Adani to manage that airport. And I've heard today Onyonka speak. He said that probably Adani was supposed to be given Kengen and some other, because you know
I saw rumors like energy sector,
yeah, Kengen is part of it, and then even the port from Mombasa to manage. So probably William Ruto wants to make this country to benefit him even after he has left power. That means if a president comes in power today, William Ruto can decide to stop the country. He's not the president, he's outside the government, but he can decide to stop the country. Because do you remember that deal of government to government for fuel? That's who understood that deal? It's just him and his people. If such kind of a thing has been signed, passed by parliament as an act, for instance, okay? If someone else comes on board, you have to take it to parliament and then correct it and ensure that at least at this point you can also maybe open it up to other importers. But now William Ruto has made it such a way that it only reaches to his people and him. So if someone wants to stop supply of fuel in this country, he can stop. He can say completely that Kenya, there'll be a shortage of fuel. To sabotage the president in power, perhaps if it's Morara, to sabotage him. He can decide right now agriculture. Nobody knows who imports the fertilizer. If Ruto decides today the cheap fertilizer, and he's not in power, if the fertilizer that he brought is not coming in the country, there'll be a shortage of fertilizer in this country. Right now he has gone to KQ. If he decides that the KQ is going to make losses or make profits and the people don't travel, or maybe they'll be standstill at JKI, he will be able to do that. And that's why Kenyans are crying for these deals that are being made without involving Kenyans. Without involving Kenyans at any point. Because eventually they hurt Kenyans more. When you see strikes happening at the airport, that means people are suffering at Kenya. Because Kenyans are traveling from Kisumu to Nairobi, from Nairobi to someplace. Kenyans are suffering because they're the majority there. So you realize that leaders do something, they don't care. Kenyans suffer, they also don't care. It has reached a point that I have to take for this country. We need to stand by ourselves. In this channel here at Supreme TV, of course, I'm Recorded Informer. We are another arm. We say the commander-in-chief, it is Morara. And then we have the Kenya Army, which Morara is leading right now. Those who are going to the ground to ensure things are back. Because you've seen people being inspired from various parts with Morara. Now they are exposing various projects. Now Sisi, okay? Sisi in Kenya Air Force. That's now to go happy. We are ensuring that we have reached this information. We will keep saying it here and ensure at least Kenyans are aware that we need to really work for ourselves. We need, because we don't have someone else. We are just building Morara and Onyonka here. We support those people. Onyonka does it from the government, okay? Morara from the position, Sisi from the air. So that we ensure at least in this country we've gotten some enlightenment. There's a slight change that has been made. Because have you imagined, like, the guy like Morara, he has not come out to speak about this thing of Adani. Yet when everything was happening, he was in charge. Musalia Mudavadi said there's nothing like this.
It's even said Murkomen, Ichungwa and some few people, they received 2 billion each.
Probably. Who cannot get paid
from
for
Adani.
Who cannot get for such a thing? So as we speak right now, these people are there, relaxed, they don't care because they are rich, they have money, they can decide to establish the airports. Ruto, I think, these people can even build an airport of themselves. They can fly at any time. So in short, Kenya has been left alone. And when you listen to some of the leaders like Onyonka speak, you'll feel that there's a sense completely of change that is needed in this country. And that if you're not careful, this country is going to sink completely. Smaller countries like Rwanda, they're being managed very well. You see there's some order that is happening. I'm telling you, when I was going through the deal that they have with the Qatar Airways and some other people who are in charge of building that airport, you love it. Mpaka wamenunuliwa ndege. But sasa the power of that airport is in the hands of what? Rwandese. It's not in the hands of those foreigners. Sisi Ruto feels like the foreigners better than us. You know, it pains us. And this is where we ask ourselves, when you see Kenyans striking at the airport, a man has left home, he's striking, he does not have any bread, he has a wife and family. Where is the first lady of this country who should go and tell the husband, there's a woman behind this man who is right now so stressed? Consider him, please. Consider
maybe
her.
I'm skizzy.
Imagine. No, it can't be the case.
It might be.
She let her organize opposition. I get it. When we see doctors strike, those are young people. Why the first one? Why Shalini Ruto? Talk to your dad and tell him these are my fellow youths. Let us do something positive about it. People are killed at parliament buildings, but Shalini Ruto came out to defend William Ruto. That means very well that completely nobody cares about this scenario. But we need to have a sense of a country where we have people, every person in leadership can at least reach a point and think of what someone else of him, of his likeness, is experiencing. You want to see a youth championing for the fellow youths, either from government or from the family. Because right now, I'm very sure, if you have Nick Ruto goes and says, county dictators, wanapita mashinda kama hizi na hizi, the best thing you can do, ukatolea tax, wapewe opportunity, watanunua foods hapa na pale, na hiyo tax inakata. But these guys don't care, because right now, they're managing businesses, they have power. You saw what happened when one of the sons of the powerful leader in this country, having buses, okay, in Nairobi, which are not inspected, they are not even registered anywhere, they are operating without following the traffic rules. Into a reverse roundabout. And because they have power, that means this country is lost. When you realize the first family does not care, I get it, then this country does not care. This country is sinking. Nobody is going to care for us. So that's why we have to do it here on Cyprian TV. At Mukwa the Informer. Morara does it somewhere else. The other Kenyan speaks. And eventually to figure 2027, we are going as one team to get these guys out of power.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing. I love it. So Team Cyprian, Team Mokwa, I don't know what's your take about Francis Atwoli, but Mokwa yeye ametuambia side yake. Pia niliweza kuambia hapo awali my side. So nyinyi kama watazamaji wetu pia tungependa mtupatie ama mtuwekee comment ili tuweze kujua mnamfikiriaje juu ya Atwoli. Thank you so much.